Howdy, howdy. Monday Morning Quarterback, episode 86. I hope you guys can all hear me clearly. Still battling my cold a little bit. And we are driving south to Florida. Kick off the 2020 season. We're currently Macon, Georgia. Got another 20-30 minutes before we shut her down for the night and finish it off tomorrow. So, following a guy up here with no lights on, that looks dangerous. Watch out for that guy. T-Bone's driving. Hard to see. We were hoping to be at our final destination before we went live here, but we didn't quite make it. T-Bone's a lead foot. We had an extra fuel stop, so we're trucking down here for Daytona. That kicks off on Wednesday, and then the Outlaws are at Volusia, so we'll usually make it out there one or two nights. And then after Daytona, we go to East Bay for the All-Stars, and we're working with Mark Smith there, and we'll have our new prototype shocks there running. And then we're going to go from East Bay Monday, Tuesday to Ocala on Wednesday for the practice night. So, can everybody hear me okay? Sorry I wasn't able to go live last week. Man, I came home from Chili Bowl and felt fine. Hudson was sick, and somewhere late last week he passed it to me, and man, I'm going on over a week and still have it, and I think I passed it back to Hudson. So hopefully he gets feeling better, because he's going to get to race down here this week, and we're looking forward to some sunshine and warm weather and getting the season kicked off, man. Seemed like the season just ended. We did go out west to end the season, so our season was a little longer than what typically we would have in the Midwest. And then with indoor racing, it don't seem like we ever really slowed down, but it's always nice to go kick off outdoor season. So looking forward to this, and then a bunch of other races back to back to back. Right when we get back, there's an indoor quarter midget race. Then DeCoin's right around the corner, so we'll be full bore here pretty much after we get back from this trip. Thank you, Heath. Wish you guys were coming down to run. And Kevin, thanks for the comment on the volume. I spent a little bit of time on Sunday getting all my stuff entered into PitLogic, all my new tires entered into PitLogic, so I have all my stagger options, and looking forward to using that and sharing that with some people. One of the big races we're going to go to in March is the Carolina Clash that PitLogic is the title sponsor of. Sorry, these Georgia roads are a little rough. So we're looking forward to going to NCQMA and teaching everybody a little bit more about PitLogic and getting to race and help customers. So any race we're at, don't hesitate to ask us PitLogic questions. Obviously, shock or torsion bar questions, that's what we're here for. And probably can answer some steering box questions. We're learning more and more about that every day, but we might call in on Steve or KT to get some more info that you might need for your steering box or steering pump questions. So, you guys that are tuned in, where are you racing at first? I know some of you are probably going to run down here, but where do you guys get your season kicked off, and are your race cars in order and everything ready? As I was going through Hudson stuff and getting ready, I was like, gosh, there was all these things I wanted to do at the end of the season, and I didn't quite get them done. So I started to make a little bit of a list, and little things that I wanted to tidy up on the car and get more organized that I didn't quite get done this winter, so I can get that knocked out when I get back. Eric Long, sprung or unsprung weight, which is better? Well, they're totally different, so I wouldn't say one's better. Race cars have sprung and unsprung weight, and that's part of it. So, Brian, you're racing Daytona. Cool. Look forward to seeing you down here. That was another thing with me getting sick, is I missed the last indoor. I never get to go to indoors until typically this time of year because of Chili Bowl and Tulsa Shootout commitments. So I was really looking forward to going to indoors. I actually had Hudson's car all done and took it over to Ryan Mitchell was hauling it over for me because I couldn't get over there till Saturday morning, and between the time I dropped it off at his shop and the day we were going to leave, I was just so sick I couldn't go. So we'll definitely get to the next one and look forward to doing that. So I just wanted to jump on here and answer any questions you guys had, because I missed last week being sick. And next Monday we're at we'll be at a racetrack, so we're going to try to do some Facebook Lives and whatnot while we're there. But I don't know if we'll do a Monday morning quarterback because it's kind of hard to do when we're at the track. Eric, if I had to add a lot of weight, I would put it, especially I know you're referring to a quarter midget, I would get it as low as I can, and you're going to be in an advantage where you can place the weight where you need to get the left side and the nose weight that you need. So, they have some rules. They have some rules on the quarter midgets about how high you can mount the weight. I have some of Hudson's lead bolted up kind of at that max height, just because he's so little, to try to help with roll. George, you sure can run our shocks on the left rear of a Bulldog. You're probably referring to our through shaft shock. We've got dozens of customers using that shock on a Stanley Bulldog, but we run the shock shaft up. So since it is a double shear mount on the Stanley Bulldog, the through shaft needs to be ran shaft up, and have won lots of races with those race cars and that shock package, so definitely can be done. And honestly, I've even ran my standard shocks shaft up on the Bulldog because it gave me more clearance for our belt drive, so that kind of mounted a little cleaner that way. You just have to remember when you're putting your weight in your car that you're turning that one the opposite direction. So Sharpley, congratulations to you and your Chiefs. Pretty cool. I sympathize with any sports fan that goes through droughts like that. Being a New Orleans Saints fan, where I see on my shirt, I've been through a lot of droughts, and I cherish that one Super Bowl championship we have in 2009. So hopefully we'll get another one before I'm done, but definitely cherish that one. So I'm sure yesterday was sweet for you as a Chiefs fan. I watched the game with my dad, and I felt really bad for him because he's a big 49er fan, and I know they've won their share of championships, but when you get that close, it stings a little more. It's one thing if the game would have been away from you the whole time, but that one stings. This is our exit, T-Bone. Byron, Georgia is where we're shutting her down for the night. Half Pint's tuned in. Last year we traveled down here with Half Pint. He got Trent Mitchell's truck towed from the hotel, so we're going to miss Half Pint this trip, but we'll drag him to some quarter midget races later in the year. So if anybody has any questions, fire away. Otherwise, we're going to get off on our exit here and get checked into our hotel for the night and feed T-Bone. He's getting a little hangry. It's been 6 hours or 7 hours since I've let him eat. So T-Bone and I are good traveling companions. We share similar philosophies. Minimal stops, get where we're going, relax once we get there. So we run pretty hard when we're doing it. We've made several all-nighters together, just switching off driving. So we're a good traveling team. Nobody else has any questions. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We certainly appreciate all of your support and business. We are looking forward to having some more informative Monday morning quarterbacks when we're back in the shop. We've got some things planned for that. One of them I was going to do last week, but I was sick, so that'll be something to look forward to when I get back. And stay tuned to our social media channels, as we will do some pit walks and different things here at Daytona and East Bay and Ocala. So if you're traveling down here, safe travels, and we look forward to seeing our customers here. Take care, guys.